There's another change to be made for South Africa with Tatiana Correa, the 14-year-old, about to come on as well. Tatiana Correa will come on for Zinazo and Shorter. Don't forget that Zinazo and Shorter hobbled off at the end of the first half with an injury. Yeah. Underway then for the second half of this encounter. South Africa lead by 6 goals to 0. The ball scattled forward there by Correa, still denied of her first touch on the ball as the ball has been worked away by Okwandana. Now an opportunity immediately for another goal. It's got in, easy as you like. South Africa score within the opening minutes of the second half, and again the defense of Namibia gone. Namibia finally able to get a few passes together, but it doesn't last for too long. South Africa back in play with Sosibo. Lovely little ball through here to Correa. The keeper stays on her line. Correa brought down, penalty! Don't need to give me too much doubt about the penalty conceded by Wanda Garus. Clattering into the South African substitute is the 16-year-old from Comas, and that was only going to end in one decision. Penalty for South Africa, goes past the outstretched hands of Chiueza. South Africa now have scored 2 in the opening 3 minutes of the second half, and that's Ntelwa. Ntelwa with a brace in this match as well. One behind Mibe, who's now got 4 goals in the tournament, and there's more to come surely from South Africa. Ball cleared away by the substitute, Jamila Gill. And this young South African side starting the second half the way. Ball and touch here from Ochamos. There's just no way, even close to the halfway line for the Namibians. Nice little ball from Correa. Correa makes herself available for the second ball. Offside, as far as South Africa are concerned. Correa showing a lot of impetus since she came on as a substitute. And Kadimeng. Ball's been lost though, and away by Garus. Not perhaps the Zambian side and the South Africans and the Botswana side are the strongest in contention. It's a nice little move by Garus down the fullback side. She was playing as a central defender to start with, but now she's moved into the left back position, and that's allowed Gill to play as a central defender. Now South Africa away here with Tatiana Correa. Still Correa. Great work done by her. Gets the cross away. The header over the top. So much time and space. Looking into the afternoon sun, one could say can be forgiven, but yeah, that's a header that needs to be taken. Tournament. So Zambia and Botswana in Group B already scoring a handful of goals, and that's likely to continue when Zambia play Comores on a Monday. In the meantime, Ntelwa stopped in her tracks nicely by Senorita Achamos. And Kadimeng for South Africa. Oh, a nice little bit of work done on this near side by the South African midfielder. Tosha Masilela, in fact, she's the right-sided fullback. Correa, Masilela, still Masilela. Oh, the defenders left her to her own devices suddenly, Masilela, and she might even have an opportunity to have a shot at goal. And Kadimeng might very well do that herself. Zambia take on the Comores on Monday. Same day that Namibia will take on Malawi. That should be an interesting encounter. Nice checking back defensively by Mashandu. Almost thought she'd lost the ball to Tatiana Correa. Good pick up by Masilela. Sure, South Africa will want to keep a clean sheet in this one as well. That's a nice touch from Ndelwa. And she looked up nicely to find Correa. Now Ndelwa's in the middle, Mibe's in there as well. Ndelwa, that'll be a corner. Good work in defence done by Hilda Chiuweza. Has 8 goals, knocked past her. Space in the middle of the park for Sosibo, still Sosibo. Cleared by Garuas. Another anxious move. It's a lovely ball, but Ukwanga. Mibe. The header away by Giel. Masilela. Masilela on the inside. Still Masilela onside. Still onside. Great save from Chiuweza. Ball nicely turned away by Giel. Pick up from Moshekwe, wide again to Matapa. It's good play by Matopo. Time and space for Correa, heads it over the top. Disappointing. She came from an onside position. The keeper was staying on her line, and all the time in the world to tuck it into the net. And Belwa scored a match against Malawi as well. So Vanelisa Bonge Madonsela will come on. There's going to be another change as well, because I fancy that Moshekwe is going to come to the field of play for some medical attention. Well, she's just got off the stretcher, I can tell you. In the meantime, play will continue. Correa, first time ball into the middle, first time touch as well for Gonçalves. Sosibo, goal number 9. They just keep on coming for South Africa. Now the little run over towards the coach. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, but yeah, they're having a good time out there. I think that's the most important thing. Sosibo completes her brace, and South Africa have 9 goals. Long-range effort, the longest goal we've seen from the South Africans. Lovely ghosting into space, and then took her opportunity. Keep her slightly off her line, Chiuweza. It's a good effort, nicely set up by Correa and by Gonçalves. And Sosibo grabbing her 2nd goal of this encounter. South Africa 1 away from going into double figures. Correa runs into the back of Garuas, and away is the clearance from Jamila Giel. Gonçalves, it might have been a little elbow from Gonçalves in the face of Mule Tsuses. And a yellow card to the South African substitute as well. And enjoy themselves. We'll have to try and find out what the significance was of the celebration after the 9th goal. In the meantime, here's Nkadimeng. Oh, that's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Foul by Chapaka. And South Africa really have a good opportunity here. And Nkadimeng's picked up an injury, by the way. Beautifully keeping her feet until that trip from Chapaka. Here's Mibe with the left foot is on a hat-trick. Tatiana Correa looking to get involved as well. Correa through the wall, off the post. Mibe controls it nicely, Mibe, and that's a good save from Chiuweza. Right at the start of the match, the Namibians at the very first corner of the game. Well, they've had nothing since then. Now, and Nkadimeng. That's a nice little ball wide. Well, when it's played with the left foot like that, unless you're getting it on the outside of the boot, it's always going to be curling away. Well, share as well by Leandre Lowe. But they're playing too close to their penalty area, and they're giving possession away as well. Opportunity for the substitute, and he has a chance. It goes over the top, and South Africa have been wasteful on a number of occasions today. Moshekwe Again, the ball's been given away too carelessly. Nice work done by Kadiming. Unselfish from Mibe. So much space for Gonçalves. 15-year-old will be very happy having converted that opportunity after having picked up a yellow card earlier for a foul on Tsuses. South Africa enjoying themselves out there, and why not? And here's Gonçalves again. Goes past Chapaka. Kadiming looking for Mibe. Away by Garus. And then a touch here for Mafutia. Mafutia along with Leandre Lowe, the two strikers for Namibia. But here's Gonçalves again. Might have pulled it back a bit more for Correa, to be honest. Well, there's nothing coming back from Namibia at all at the moment. It's all domination in the middle of the park from South Africa, and they're scoring goals. And Kadiming once again. Still in Kadiming. Gonçalves. Yeah, add another one to the list. That's 5 goals, I think, that South Africa have left on the table. She's getting herself into good positions, though, and I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed with Kadiming since she made her appearance for Ntando Pakla, when Pakla scored a goal and then went off injured, if you remember, during the first half. Julia Gonçalves in her opening match for Sibo. Masilela, Susibo once again, Gonçalves, so they're back to goal. I'm not sure why she had to pirouette like that. Trying to find Mibe in the middle, nicely cut away. Kadiming. Correa waiting in the middle of the park. Kadiming finding hard, yes, still Kadiming. Oh, and I'm not sure about that clearance from Garuas. Chapaka. Ball hasn't gone out of play. Nicely worked back to Kadiming. Gonçalves needs a bit more power on it. Mibe. Correa waiting in the middle. Oh, and Kadiming's there as well. Kadiming, that's a corner. 14 goals to 1 is how they've done so far in Group A. They'll play in the semi-final, absolutely assured of that now. And Kosi looking for a goal from her centre-back role. So we don't forget, won by 5 goals to 0, and we know about what Botswana did to the Comores as well. Oh, space here for Masilela. Mibe has kept the ball away nicely. Mibe, don't forget, still on a hat-trick. This is Correa. It's good defence from Gil. Senorita Atamus, who went off with an injury. So both of these sides have replaced their captains in this game. And Kadiming one more time. It's a nice turn from Tatiana Correa. And that's a bit wayward from Sasibo. Away by Chapaka. Well, Correa was offside, and it was a good decision for her not to make contact with the ball. Here's a good opportunity for Masilela. Keep us off her line, Correa! Easy as you like. 11. Goal number 11. The goals coming in 10 minutes apart, the last two. Gonçalves and now Correa, 2 substitutes. And it was very wise of Correa not to get hold of the ball first up, but she's onside now. There was a little touch as well from Gil after the keeper had committed herself to try and challenge on Mibe. Masilela doing all the work on the right-hand side. Correa completing the task. (11-0) for South Africa. And Tatiana Correa scores her first goal of the tournament. This is Masilela. Right to Masilela. Oh, Masilela, lovely through ball to the fullback. Kutia well behind the defence of South Africa, who for a moment had to turn back and defend, just as Namibia have been doing. Now Correa's in a bit of space. She needs to be more emphatic, more physical on the ball, control that area a bit better. Yes, she has scored a goal already, but she just seems to back off sometimes on the physical side of things. Yes, I know she's a lady. Namibia looking to come forward with Garuas again, who started the match as a central defender. Now she's trying to impose herself. Forward by Gonçalves, away by Giel. Sosiba will tidy up for South Africa. There's a lively end to what has been an emphatic encounter for South Africa. Correa one-on-one with Chiuweza. The Namibian wins the battle. Mhanga, Matapato, Madonsela. Matapato again, Madonsela, Gonçalves, Madonsela! There were three players waiting on her right. She is a striker, but at the moment she's playing as a right back. And Nkosi! Instead of her playing as a central defender, she plays as a striker. And Naledi Nkosi, the 16-year-old from Super Strikers, makes it 12-0. Well, finally, the South Africans, that's a venomous shot, by the way. Finally, the South Africans have been able to score their 6th goal of the second half, having scored 6 in the first. They equal that in the second half. It's a good goal from Nkosi. Lots of power behind the strike from the captain and centre-back of South Africa. Well, I think the Namibians just want this match to end now. Matapo, Gonçalves, and Gonçalves will have the final touch of this one. It's been a tough debut in this tournament for the Namibian side. So South Africa scored 6 in the first half. They scored 6 in the second as well. They're running havoc against the Namibian side. A brace for Mibe, other side of half-time. Delwa got a brace as well as Sosibo. And it really was a match that was dominated by the South Africans, starting with a goal in just the second minute from Moshekwe, the captain. And the goals just came and came and came and came. Substitutions made by Mpata allowed Correa to have a run, but Onsela, Gonçalves, and Kadimeng, who was very, very impressive indeed, and Hussein as well. Wasn't much of an opportunity for Leandre Low when she came on as a substitute to score goals, because by that stage South Africa were absolutely dominant.